In a small town nestled at the edge of a vast, ancient forest, locals spoke in hushed tones about the Whispering Forest. They warned travellers never to enter after sunset, for the forest had secrets, a darkness that consumed those who dared to trespass. The legend began centuries ago with a story of a group of woodcutters who vanished without a trace. It was said that their axes angered the spirits of the forest, and they were swallowed whole by the trees. Since then, eerie whispers echoed through the woods at night, calling out names, luring the curious into the shadows. One night, a skeptical college student named Emma, visiting from the city, decided to prove the legend was nothing but a myth. Armed with a flashlight and a camera, she ventured into the forest under a full moon. The air was thick with mist, and the trees seemed to twist unnaturally, their branches forming eerie shapes in the dim light. As Emma ventured deeper, she began to hear the whispers. At first they were faint, a soft rustling like wind through the leaves, but soon they grew louder, forming words. "Emma!" The voices cooed, chilling her to the bone.
"Who's there?"
she called out, her voice trembling. No one replied, but the whispers continued, weaving together a haunting melody that seemed to echo inside her head. Suddenly, her flashlight flickered and died. In the darkness, she felt the ground shift beneath her feet as though the forest itself was alive. The whispers turned into a cacophony, screaming her name, accusing her of trespassing. Panic set in as Emma tried to run back the way she came, but the forest had changed. The path was gone, replaced by dense, tangled roots that seemed to grow taller with every step. Shadows moved in the corners of her vision, human-like figures that melted into the trees whenever she turned to face them. Desperate, she pulled out her phone to call for help, but there was no signal. The screen, instead, displayed an image of herself standing in the woods, her face frozen in terror, though she hadn't taken a picture. Then she heard it, a laugh, not a human laugh, but something guttural, animalistic and malicious. It echoed all around her, and with it came the smell of damp earth and decay. The last thing Emma saw before everything went black was a pair of glowing eyes watching her from the shadows, and the faint outline of a hand, impossibly long and bony, reaching out to pull her into the darkness. The next morning, the townspeople found her flashlight at the edge of the forest. The camera was still running. They played it back and heard her screams, the whispers, and a chilling voice that said, clear as day, one more for the forest. Emma was never seen again, and from that day on the whispers seemed louder, calling out a new name every night. The locals say the forest grows taller with every soul it takes, its roots nourished by fear and the essence of those who wander too far.